Time itself is a silent song.
I see the value in my own.
all of this. It's unbelievable. I can't believe that those stories were real. It all really happened.
I think you and I both feel the same way about the profound tragedy of Melusa's loss. And the sheer depravity of Marcel's actions.
I thought Mr. Marcel would always stand by the Spina. It's unconscionable to have received all that, and yet—
The good news is that the Confrérie of Cabrières is no more. We finally closed the curtain on that long struggle.
Are you sure? But if Marcel—
Romu?
Not a name I've heard before either.
Florent should remember him. You see, there was once a major internal dispute. Romeu was the leader of the faction that thought such a— But Mr. Callus believed that an opportunity to collaborate with the— Not only would the Aquabus be a good business, but the two couldn't come to an agreement.
And with Papa's stubbornness, I can definitely imagine how it must have gone down.
And of course, when he was suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous injustice.
Yeah. You could say it was the price he paid for sticking to his belief.
Oh, that's a good point. If Callus was really as stubborn as you say, then wouldn't he have argued with the rank and file all the time?
Oh, yeah. It eventually became a thing that just happened on every day that ended with Y. But Navia, boss, you might not know this, but he wasn't always like that. He used to be a lot better with taking counsel, with him listening to our advice and Ms. Clementine also free. But on the matter of the Aquabus...
I never knew.
I think the Aquabus was just the straw that broke the camel's back. They believed that Miss Clementine lost her ability to—
So, they thought she had betrayed them? But that doesn't make any sense. Before she was their mediator, my mother was also her own person. And—
Yeah, but to them, even taking a side was betrayal enough. Of course, Ms. Clementine then passed away, and Mr.
So that's what happened.
From that point on, Romeu and his people cut ties with the Spina, and never gave us any kind of professional or personal courtesy ever again. Perhaps they've regarded us as enemies ever since they left. But even—
I've also heard that they aren't in a good financial—
I think Coulter's got a point. Both Marcel and Romeu had my father in their sights for a very long time. Even though Marcel's faction has been dissolved, we still don't know anything about Romeu's whereabouts. With how distracted and vulnerable we are, now would be—
Good thinking, boss. We should keep an eye on them at all times. I'll let my men know right away.
Thank you for that, Florent. And Coulter, thank you for telling me about this as well.
Don't worry, it's nothing. Do you have a moment right now? How about we go out for a walk? I've heard so many incredulous things today. I'm finding it a bit hard to calm down even now.
In that case, why don't we go back to the court? I can pick up Adele's uniform while we're there as well. It'll save Laurent's guys a trip. Want to come with me again, you two? You don't mind, do you, Coulter?
Of course. That's fine by me.
Then let's go! Paimon feels like a lot's hinging on this visit.
We really are the best of partners.
Is it what you wish to find? Hopefully the excitement of opening a treasure chest has at least made it a worthwhile experience.
I'd take it if I were you. I'm sure it'll come in handy.
Are we not taking the boat this time?
It's nice to walk from time to time, isn't it? Think of it as something like a hiking trip. Once we're there, we can stay a few days before we return.
Sounds good. I haven't walked this road in a long time.
Strike a pose!
Settle down!
Step right up.
A moment, please.
Now disappear.
Silence!
brilliant! Hup, hup, huh. Hup, hup. The show begins! How brilliant! Hup. Yep. Huh. Hup. Hup.
walked far enough for now. Let's take a break. Since we're out for a walk, we shouldn't stress too much about the destination.
I've grown old, so I'm not as fit as before.
Well, Paimon thinks you're doing great.
Back in the days before the Aquabus line, Malus and I must have traveled this way hundreds of times. When we were tired, we would lay down for a while on the grass. The Spina was still on the rise back then. Mr. Callus was generous, and everyone... And now, in the blink of an eye, the Aquabus lines have been built, and this road has fallen into... Oh, I know.
Then let's stay here a bit longer.
Oh, is this another chance to try some of Navia's macarons?
Yep, Oh, wait. Let me check if I have all the ingredients. Malus and Silver used to take care of tasks like this. Okay, the stove's looking good. And as for the ingredients, seems like we're all out of flour and sugar. Oh, would you?
We should contribute to making the macaron too.
Oh, that's great. Then I'll leave the ingredient gathering to...
Then I'll go look for some boxes nearby.
Great. Then I'll prep the stove. How did it go? Did you find the ingredient? You've all done your part. Just leave the rest to me.
Whoa, these macarons look and taste mackin'.
Boss's baking skills have always been...
Oh, it's just a hobby.
Have you two seriously never considered joining us? You're so close to the boss, and she obviously trusts you with all her... Was it that obvious?
You just happened to walk in on our little reunion. It's actually been quite a while since we left. Adventurers never stay in one place for long. Besides, after everything we've been through together, I'm sure our hearts would remain intertwined.
Even if Paimon was far beyond the horizon, she'd still remember the delicious taste of Navia's macaron.
I understand now. Then I am very lucky indeed to have been graced with the chance to meet the two of you. I will endeavor to make the most of this
We've got no wine.
Cheers! Hey, what are you doing? Quick!
May your travels go smoothly. May the Spina continue to grow. And... All set? Let's move out then. I asked some old acquaintances in town to make Adele's uniform, so we should be able to pick it up right away.
The show begins! Hup. Yep. Huh. Hup. May I present? How brilliant! Hup. Yep. Shower me with praise!
Bow your head.
Hey there, Ludovine. How's business lately?
The Demoiselle of Spina de Rosula. I must say, your generous patronage is the one thing keeping me from going bankrupt.
Nonsense. We all know what a talented businesswoman you are. Oh, and don't forget, she's the boss now.
My mistake, my mistake. I just got so used to calling her Demoiselle. Are you here for the uniform?
Yep. I forgot to drop by earlier when I was running errands around here.
I didn't expect Demoiselle to come and pick it up in person. It's just a uniform after all. Any of your folks could have come instead.
Navia's always liked to take even small things seriously.
Hey, that's not the only reason I'm here. We mostly just needed a walk to clear our heads. There are few things more uplifting than taking the first step on a new journey.
Boss has got a point. Going on a trip with friends is always better than staying cooped up at home.
Very well. Please, wait here while I retrieve the uniform for you.
Can someone remind Paimon again why Adele wants to join the Spina?
She hasn't given me any concrete reasons. All she says is that she really looks up to me. After we cleared her father's name, she became a lot more cheerful and outgoing. She said she used to be terrified of Papa, but the Spina is very different now. She mustered up the courage to talk to me. Yeah, you could say that. She said that she wanted to become someone like me.
From the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful addition to this.
I think so too. But for now, let's focus on giving her a great atmosphere to grow and thrive. She can commit to us once she's older, and can really make that decision for herself.
Is something up, Traveler? Huh? Tailing? Oh, Paimon's coming.
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
All right.
Paimon saw them too! They headed up!
Stop right there!
We knew you were going to be difficult!
Seems like if we want them to talk, we're gonna need to teach them a lesson first.
Brothers, there's no need to skulk in the dark anymore. Let's take them out!
This one's got your name on it! Ha! Ha-ha! Hey there! Ha! Watch out! Ah! A proper send-off from the Spina with love. Now, talk. Who are you? And why were you tailing us?
Don't think we'll let you off easy if you keep silent.
How did it go, boss? Are any of you hurt?
If you thought they stood any chance against us, anyway, stop playing tough.
We were looking to get vengeance. We were discovered and can't be.
Get revenge?
You actually know that name? But if you do, then surely you should understand why we hate you so much.
Indeed. You...
We were out drinking when we saw Navia. Too bad you guys messed up ours first. Huh? You're pretty sharp, but so what? Seeing you like that just really ticked us off.
Listen, Callus is long dead. I am the current president of Spina di Rosula. If your boss wants to talk with me, I won't press charges.
I understand.
But if you so much as think...
All right, we get it.
Are you sure it's okay?
I don't want to inherit my... If the other side is willing to talk,
I support Boss's decision as well.
yes. Plus, we already know that they're strapped for... I still think we should keep... Then we could still have a...
Yeah, those guys definitely didn't look like big...
I'd rather things not go
Yep, that's how I feel as well. Anyway, now that we've sent them, it's getting late already. I'll also ask someone to write Florent a letter and inform him of...
Do we have to stay in the Fleuve Sonda again? Even the pillows there smell like seaweed.
Sorry, that's just what happens when you live near water and don't get... We can still go out in the evening for some grilled fish and drink...
Huh. That does sound pretty cool. Okay, Paimon's on board now. Let's go! Coming back here, really, if you think about it, it would be kind of weird if this...
Totally. Although, of course, with the continued... He was a very ambitious man, who rarely looked behind or beneath him. For better or worse, that always made him stand out from the crowd.
And that's also why people hated him just as much as they loved him.
All right. Why don't you go wait for me at the restaurant? I'll go do some prep, and I'll get someone to tidy up your room while I'm at it. You can use the same room as last time. You still remember the room number, yeah?
Yep. Kinda hard to forget when there are only so many rooms here after all.
Oh, did I just hear someone taking a dig at Fleuve Cendra? I'll tell my guys to stuff your pillows full of actual seaweed right now.
Oh, Paimon, sorry! Please have mercy, Navia. If you do that, then Paimon really won't be able to sleep at all.
I was just kidding. Be on your way now.
Adventuring underground is way more fun than...
So long as the audience thinks that seeing is believing, there's no limit to the number of tricks I can pull off.
Adventuring underground is way more fun than I thought.
I guess I'm finally on the way. This part. Say what you mean. It's taking us.
Hip.
asleep yet? Oh, no, not at all. I just figured that since we don't get to enjoy nights like these very often, we should try to enjoy it to the fullest. Wanna go fishing? I've got some rods and lures.
Oh, so that's the prep you were talking about. Sure, we'll come.
Hopefully I didn't wake you or anything. I knew it. You really are my best partner. Okay, let's go. To the fishing spot.
Fishing when you're using a fully automatic rod.
What's the problem? Lots of people in Poisson use rods like these.
But shouldn't fishing be all about, you know, attentively watching the float and then excitedly reeling in the catch when you finally hook something?
Well, that's one way to enjoy fishing. What do you think, Traveler? That's how I feel as well. To me, I'm happy as long as I catch some fish.
Honestly, Paimon's mainly shocked at how much energy...
It might just be something that runs in...
That's a thing?
I'm sure you'd get even sleepier if I delved more... My father always had a lot of unrealistic... My mother never had those kinds of expectations. All the members of the Spina greatly respected her. Can you imagine? No matter what Papa yelled, nobody else would say a word.
Paimon would have never guessed.
Yeah. Looking back on it now as an adult, when I was young, I often thought that I could. But once I saw Malus come back wounded, I learned then that there's always a cost to making a mistake. The more you care about those around you, the more you should care about doing the right thing to the best of your abilities. Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when Sorry. I shouldn't have brought that up. Basically, I was just saying that the nurturing, and if that's the only way that I can continue to feel her love...
Is that why you let those guys go today?
Mm-hmm. Although, maybe there's a part of not wanting to repeat... Hey, look! I think you've got something on the line!
But why isn't the rod automatically reeling it in?
Oh, there must be something wrong with how we can't let it get away. Come on, you two. Let's...
You want Paimon to help too? You didn't attach a hook to your line?
Stop wasting time! The boss ain't gonna wait all day. We'll go ahead with the operation tomorrow. Do with that information as...
Well, your rod was missing a part.
Well, if we're just talking about the...
All right. Go to bed. See you tomorrow. So how was last night? Did you get a good night's sleep?
Paimon dreamt that she danced with this...
I didn't know you had such a great sense of humor.
See? This guy gets it!
Anyway, let's head out.
Paimon hopes she'll really appreciate your...
I hope so too. Adele, we're back! We brought you a gift from the court, too.
Whoa! Thank you so much, boss!
Don't call her boss, okay, Adele? Just Miss Navia would be fine.
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind. Besides the gift...
It's been a while!
Oh, it's you two. I've heard that you also helped save all of Fontaine.
You're really amazing! And if Miss Navia's your friend, then she must be super amazing. What's in this thing?
Of course.
Oh, it's a...
Well, it's a gift for future you. When you first told me that you were interested, but it's the Spina's responsibility to protect everyone as well. Being a member means becoming involved in all kinds of dangerous situations. And since you're still young, I don't want your mom to have to worry about your safety, so I turned you down then by...
Oh, so that's it!
But you can't really grow up...
Everyone, thanks to the protection of the Spina, even...
Oh, it's the least we could do.
Boss!
Huh? Is something up, Florent?
I've got something urgent to report.
What? Explosives?
It seems like they've been planning this for some time, but Romeo and his folks must have gotten... We investigated their tracks and found out that they're...
They have smartened up since we caught them red-handed.
Seems like they've got no interest in sitting down and talk.
Sorry, I underestimated...
On the hill to the east of Poisson, near the Clementine line.
They want to blow up the Clementine line?
Certainly sounds like it.
Romeo and his followers hate the Spina, and everything to do... If they manage to blow up the Aquabus line...
Are they insane? There's tons of innocent people in Poisson!
Yeah. If they've been planning this for ages, we have to issue an evacuation...
Let's get everyone onto our ship.
My dear partner, if the explosives do go off, not only would the people of... Let's stop their insanity first. Then settle the score with them.
Leave it to us, Navia. Please...
Let's go, you two. We've got to act fast. Miss Coralie, please take Adele to the ship.
Watch out, boss! What do you think you're doing, Coulter?
I thought all the annoying little hindrances had left, but I still couldn't get rid of you.
You mean this was all a trick? Oh. I get it now.
Not quite. Though I share their positions on some issues, and that's because, out of the entire Spina di Rosula, I only hate you.
You better stick close to me.
Romeu promised me that he would leave us, but it was like you were glued at the hip to that. Romeu has lost his patience. I didn't.
Why?
Only someone as clueless about. You never saw the heyday of Spina di Rosula, but I saw it all, and it was all because of you, Navia. Clementine died because of you. Callous.
So the shock and grief you showed us before, that was in Act 2?
Now you're catching on. I heard Malus was dead the moment I got out. Did you know? Down there in that blasted fortress, I spent a long time thinking about what happened, and resolving to apologize to Malus as soon as I got out. Back then, because of that aqua bus, we had a huge fallout. The years passed by in a blur after that. I thought I had finally begun to understand him, and that he could help, but then he died. And it was because of you again, Navia. It's always because of you. I once loved the Spina and Poisson more than anyone else. But what is left now of either besides death?
Don't listen to him, boss!
Have you ever considered that maybe the people around you don't actually care about you at all? Have you ever considered that maybe you only get respect because you're Callus and Clementine's child? Have you ever considered that maybe people don't stay in Poisson because of you, but only because they have such beautiful memories of the past?
Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. Yeah, but is that really why they...
Shut your mouth! I, for one, really... I don't know how to explain it, but I like her, and that's that!
I'm sure Mr. Malus would be extremely disappointed in you right now! You've somehow managed to pin the blame for every mistake and tragedy in our history on the boss herself!
Get out of the way, Florent! I don't want to hurt you.
You're gonna have to! Boss, there's no time for this! Stop hesitating and get out of here before you get buried!
Maybe you think you're being the realist by painting the history of this, but the love that I felt from everyone was just... And even now, I will continue to believe in that love. So let me show you just how much I love the Spina di Rosula! Hiya! Watch out! Feeling lucky? A proper send-off from the Spina with love. Feeling lucky? Hiya! Florent, I'll leave the town to you. Summon the other members and help with the evacuation of the townspeople. If you find any of Coulter's accomplices, subdue them quickly, and don't give them the chance to harm any ordinary civilians. I can't allow my partner to face the danger on the Clementine line alone.
Got it, boss. I'm on it! Are you okay, Navia?
I don't know, but I have to go.
Let's hurry up there! We have to protect the Clementine line! If they're gonna blow up the waterway, they must have planted the explosives...
And voila!
Yoo-hoo!
Settle down!
They certainly brought a lot of muscle. They're really slowing us down. But if we're meeting resistance, we must be heading in the right direction.
Bow your head.
Show
Now disappear!
These must be the explosives, right? And this is the control mechanism. How can we disable it? Oh, Paimon's too scared to touch any of this stuff. Huh? There's a strangely shaped hole here. What is it for? Oh, that certainly sounds possible. Okay, you take this side, Paimon will take the other. Let's see what we... Oh, you found it! That's amazing! Let's turn off the device right now! We're running out of time! That should do it, right? Navia and Florent should be able to relax now. Oh, you're right. They could have set explosives elsewhere, too. They're gonna bury Poisson!
Great work, partner. Just leave the rest to me.
Watch out, Navia! You can't block them all!
Block? I'm doing this the Spina way.
I heard from Thierry that even they're your enemies now.
I have nothing more to say to them. Regardless of whether their hatred and anger towards me or the Spina was justified, please prosecute them in accordance to the law.
Sounds good. We're very appreciative of your help. All right, this operation is a wrap. Take him away.
We won, Navia! We saved everyone! And you were so cool!
Yeah. Luckily, we were just in time. It's probably because I expended too much elemental energy at once. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
But you usually glow up whenever other people compliment you. Paimon's not used to seeing you like this.
Boss, we managed to catch all the infiltrators in the town. The Maison Gardiennage is taking them away as well. Seems like Romeo really went all in on this mission. If he sent literally everyone he had, though...
Got it. That's good, at least. Coulter, I can understand how you feel. The things that we lost, they're forever beyond our grasp now. And that makes them appear even more precious. I am not callous, and I will also never become him. The Spina and the Poisson that you loved are both gone. But I will not change how I feel about our future. I still believe that this is a great opportunity to start anew. I will spend more of what the Spina earns on the betterment of Poisson, so that one day the people of Poisson will enjoy the boons it brings as well.
I know what you're trying to say. Mr. Callus would never have said anything like that. There are too many things in life that are just beyond our...
Henceforth, you are no longer a member of Spina di Rosula. But once you're discharged from the fortress again, you're welcome to pay another visit to Poisson.
Thank you, Navia.
As I thought. Boss really is a kind and gentle person.
She is also, I must say, a truly unlucky person. Thank you for protecting the Clementine line. I was actually really scared, you know. If I'd lost the Clementine line too, I wouldn't know how to live with myself. A name is a way to etch a memory onto the world. Losing the line that bears her name, that I can see every day, seeing it still standing there, tall and proud, it makes me really happy.
What happened while we were gone?
Just give her some time.
Thank you so much. Can you give me a hand? I really don't have much strength left. Traveler, I want to ask you something. And please, tell me the truth. Do you really see me as your partner?
Of course.
That's good then. Hearing that, it brings me more relief than I can say.
How do you feel, Navia? Any better after taking a break?
I feel quite a bit better. But I should probably still rest for a few more days. Sorry, partner. I said some weird things earlier. Feel free to... I used to think that I'd never doubt myself. Coulter mentioned my parents, as well as Malus and Silver. It's all thanks to them that I've made it this far in life. Do you think they ever regretted the choices they made? Has my existence made this world a better place?
Don't think like that, Navia. You've already done more than enough. No matter what others think, we'll always support you to the end of the world.
Well, since it's ended up like this, I suppose it's time for me to make a confession as well. There's something that I've been keeping from you as well, boss.
Florent, I hope you can understand that I can't deal with any more shocking revelations right now.
Don't worry. This surprise will be a pleasant one.
And now I'll make it all disappear. Just...
Splendid! More interesting trinkets for me.
Why is everyone gathered here? And what's this?
This was supposed to be a gift to you from everyone in the town. We were originally planning to show it to you once it was finished, but special times call for special measures.
Do I really look that bad?
Well, if you're ready, I'll unveil the present.
This is Papa, Mother, and me.
We designed the look for Miss Clementine based on old camera records.
Wow! This is the statue you mentioned before?
It is indeed. To be honest, we decided on the design a long time ago. And we only asked Boss to decide on a design so she wouldn't...
How could we only have statues of Mr. Callus and Mrs. Clement?
Even though Boss is still young, we've all seen the work she's put in regarding the whole synth business and the rebuilding of Poisson.
We wanted to commemorate her contributions with a statue as well.
I don't know what Spina di Rosula was like.
With Navia around, we're not worried about this place's future.
We are gathered here today to tell our boss that we support you and believe in you wholeheartedly.
That's what we believe as well.
Thank you so much, everyone. Then I'll be brave and just accept everyone's support for what this really is quite the surprise. I never thought that I'd have the chance to stand next to my mother. Not even in my wildest dreams. It seems like I started to question myself a bit too much. Looking back on it, I'm honestly embarrassed by how I acted earlier. I'm sure everyone longs for that one. To me, that would be a family port. I've never thought I'd receive a family. It seems like I started to question myself a bit. Looking back on it, I've thought about it before. Though my mother only wanted me to live a happy, even though my parents had very different personalities, the Aquabus project was a monumental project. I think that's probably why she didn't step in to mediate. It seems like, looking back on it, whoa. Why'd you have to remind me? Please don't say that again. It's super embarrassing for me. Oh, forget it now. Please forget that I ever said anything. Oh, wait. But it'd also be bad if you were to forget it. Okay, but please keep it a secret between us from now on.
Ad Astra at... Ad Astra at...
Thank you for completing.